started the puree diet probably, and I'm still on the puree diet, but I started the puree diet that Friday, and it was, oh my God, it was hell. Hey guys, it's me, Mommy Over 50 for GBPS. So I'm coming to you guys with another update. I am 1 week and a half post-surgery today. I am on my way to my post-surgery appointment. So today will be my first weigh-in since surgery day. And I will let you guys know by the end of this video what my current weight is. And so I spent about 2 days in the hospital after the surgery, and I went home. Of course, I had to go back on the liquid diet. Things were well the first week with the liquid diets, but the pain, oh my God, the pain was a 10 plus. I told you guys I have a very low pain tolerance. I even told my doctor I had a very low pain tolerance. And I told him, you know, if you're not controlling the pain well, I'm going to end up sleeping the days away in order to avoid feeling the pain, which is pretty much what I did. I didn't want to do it because I wanted to be more active and get out and walk around, especially with the weather was being so nice as it was. Also, that actually helps with the gas pain, but it was just hard to do. I did some walking each day, but very, very minimal. My girlfriend had turned me on to some, I don't even know if it was Tums. It was some type of antacid shields, which I didn't even know that even existed. But they some little thin sheets you put right on your tongue, and it just melts away, and it helps with gas. That helped a little bit, because after I would take the little shield, it would allow me to release a little gas, but not a whole lot. That bloat was still there, and the pain was still there. The pain in the incision areas, oh, they were so painful. They were so painful. So they did send me home with a little wrap band, almost like a little maternity band, and that, you know, kind of helped just pretty much maintain everything in place. But even if you touch the little maternity band or whatever you want to call it, you can still feel the pain on my incision area. So that was pretty bad, and not to mention just upset stomach period. You know, I started the puree diet probably, and I'm still on the puree diet, but I started the puree diet that Friday, and it was, oh my God, it was hell. It was absolutely hell. It hurted so bad. First I thought it was hurting going down, but it took a few days for me to realize that it wasn't that it was hurting going down. I was actually having a reflux, and it was hurting trying to come back up. And that was the most, it almost felt like labor contractions, like my body was spasming, and oh my God, I was squeezing my son every time. It would come like every so many seconds, and every time it would come, I would squeeze my son's hand real tight because it would hurt so bad. And it lasted probably a good 30 to 45 minutes, and then it'll go away. So I was kind of afraid to start the puree diet because I was still in a whole lot of pain. Prior to the puree diet, you know, even with my liquids was still hurting going down. So my surgeon office contacted me to see how was I doing. Excuse me. I told him exactly how I was feeling. So they called me in another prescription for a different type of pain medicine, which that pain medicine helped them more than the Norcos, because the Norcos weren't doing absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. and Tylenol, please. That did jack. So anyway, where is this coughing coming from? He had me to take some different type of muscle relaxers. That helped it a lot. And so I thought, and he also told me if I didn't think I was ready for the period, that I could just stay on the liquid diet a little bit longer. When I started feeling good after the new medication, I figured, okay, I'm ready for the period. Not. So the first period that I took was, I think it was cheddar broccoli soup. That started hurt. Like I said, it was hurt going down. And then after probably a few swallows, I thought that it was really, really hurting going down. But like I said, a few days later, I realized it wasn't the pain going down. It was the pain of it trying to come back up. So after that cheddar broccoli soup, I said, forget that. I'm going back to the liquid diet like they told me to. So I went back to the liquid diet, but then I realized later that day when I drank one of the shakes, I almost started getting that same feeling that I was getting when I took the cheddar broccoli soup. Only it didn't go into full force like when I had the cheddar broccoli soup. So the next day, same thing. I tried something different this time. The next day I tried some egg salad because I joined the Bariatric Recipe group on Facebook, and they were giving me suggestions on puree foods, and egg salad was one of the suggestions. So I tried the egg salad. I tried it earlier that day, and I got the same reaction as the cheddar broccoli soup. This time it hurted so bad I was crying. So I put that to the side, but I actually threw that all the way back up. I mean, I puked all of that back up, and I left that alone, and I went back to the liquid diets. That night, which is, we still on the second day of the period, I went back to the egg salad and tried it again. So when I went back to the egg salad the second time, this time it went down with no problem and did not try to come back up. That's when I was trying to determine, was the pain coming from it going down, or was the pain coming from something different? Because when I went back to it the second time, it was no problem. And trust me, I was taking itty bitty tiny spoons. Like it wasn't even a fourth of a spoonful. It was like feeding a newborn baby or something. That's how small of a spoon I was eating. I made sure, even though it wasn't really nothing to chew, I made sure I was chomping down until it was all the way dissolved. So I didn't understand why it was hurting so bad going down. And that's when I started realizing maybe it's not that the pain of it is going down. It's got to be a different type of pain. So the third day got here, and this time I tried the cheddar broccoli soup again. Went down with no problem. Didn't try to come back up with no problem. I had some more egg salad that day. Went down with no problem. Didn't try to come back up with no problem. And the rest of the meal that I had that day was just liquids. Fifth day got here, which was yesterday. I tried the egg salad again, and just like the first day, oh my God, it hurt us so freaking bad. And that is when I discovered it wasn't going down, it was coming back up. So it was actually refluxing. So when I get to the doctor today, I'm definitely going to talk to him about that and see what I need to do. Like, I've already had acid reflux before this surgery. So I was told with the gastric bypass that I shouldn't have a reflux no more. But maybe right after the surgery, you'll probably have reflux for a little bit. I don't know, but I will talk to him when I get there. But I'm almost sure that that's what it is. It's the refluxing, because even later I drank water and it refluxed itself back up, and I ended up puking the water out. So I'm thinking that it's definitely reflux, that the reason why I'm having all this pain, and so it makes me afraid to eat. So but yeah, other than that, that is the only issue that I've had so far this week. Another issue I had was dumping. So I had my first experience with dumping, and that was definitely unintentional. Yesterday I was out and about, and I stopped at the grocery store. After I left the grocery store, I went to a frozen yogurt place to get me a protein smoothie. And this was a frozen yogurt place that I've never been to before. But I made sure that I told the server that I needed a sugar-free smoothie, and any ingredients he put in there had to be sugar-free. So he made me a strawberry smoothie with sugar-free yogurt. And I don't know what else was in that strawberry, but it shot my sugar sky high. You know, I wear a Dexcom that tells me what my sugar is. About an hour after I drank that smoothie, my sugar shot up to over 300, which I was like, whoa. I've had plenty of sugar-free smoothies and my sugar never moved. That's how you know that it's sugar-free, because your sugar will, whatever your sugar is before you start drinking that smoothie is what your sugar gonna be when you stop drinking the smoothie. So in this case, it was not the same. My sugar just shot all the way up to over 300. Shortly after that, my stomach started boiling, and then you can do the math after that. So I knew then that I was experiencing dumping syndrome, because she did tell me that if I consumed too much sugar, that is what was going to happen, that I was going to have dumping. I wanted so bad to contact the place that made my smoothie to let him know that if somebody come in there and asks for a sugar-free smoothie, don't get them what you served me, because whatever it was that you served me was not sugar-free. And in fact, it did just the opposite. But I never did call him in. I just left it alone and just decided I wasn't never going to go back again. So other than that, that is pretty much how my first week experience has been since the surgery. Like I say, today is pretty much one of my better days. I'm not in a whole lot of pain. The incision pain has gone down a lot. Right now is at the soreness level. Like, it's just sore. Like, I can touch it without it being real painful. So now it's sore. I think my stomach is still hurting from yesterday, because yesterday I threw up a lot, not to mention the reflux, and so I think it's still kind of hurting from that. And but this morning I drank a protein shake and I drank some water, and it didn't come back up. So I'm hoping that things remain the way that it is. I am due to start my soft food diets on Friday. I'm not sure if my body will be ready for it. I don't know until they can, let me know if there's anything going on with refluxing. That will probably be the only way of knowing if I can consume these soft foods. And I'm scared to even try after what I've been through the last week. But, I'm not giving up. I do remember my surgeon telling me that I am going to have the moments of, regurgitating. He said, but don't give up trying just because you regurgitated. So whenever I just regurgitate, I give my stomach a break, and then I just go back to the liquids. Because pills. If I can keep the liquids down without them coming back up, then that's what I would do. But I am making sure that I get the amount of protein in my body that I'm supposed to get per day. I'm definitely making sure of that. I'm making sure that I'm still taking all of my vitamins and irons and D3s and any other supplements that I was taking. So I'm making sure that I'm doing all of that. So all of that goes down with no problem. That's why I'm thinking that it has to be reflux, because some of my pills are some big gigantic horse pills, and I don't even break these pills up, I'm telling you. So if I can swallow a big gigantic horse pill and it goes down without no issues, then it's got to be reflux that's making my foods come back up, because I don't understand how I can keep down some big gigantic horse pills or even swallow it period with no issues. I mean, it doesn't get stuck in my chest or nothing, it just goes down. But not the foods and the liquids. So I'm definitely going to talk to him about that, see what he said. I'm not actually seeing my surgeon today because my surgeon is out of town. I'm actually seeing one of his colleagues. I'm going to see what they got to say about what I've been experiencing so far, and see what kind of suggestions that they may have. And I am going to get the weight in so you guys will know what my weight is after a week. And I'll be back with you guys right after I leave the office. Alright guys, I'm back. I'm done with my appointment. Excuse me. I can't believe that they literally tried to put me back in the hospital. I did not come to the clinic prepared to be sent back to the hospital, so I had to make a doctor a promise that if things began to get worse with the reflux and not being able to keep anything down, that I would come back. So that was the deal that I made in order to walk up out of there today. Unfortunately, he didn't think I looked too well. He think that I'm a little dehydrated, and I think I am a little dehydrated because I do feel dry. Of course, dehydration is not good when you just had a surgery like I just had, because that can create all sorts of things. So he just want me to go back home and go back on the all liquid diet. But if I'm not able to keep it down, if it's refluxing back up, then he wants me to return back to the hospital. So hopefully I can keep it down enough at least till Friday, because one of the reasons why he wanted me to go back in the hospital was because A, they wanted to rehydrate me, and B, they want to do an upper endoscopy, upper GI, and go and look down up in there and make sure everything is okay. But since I agreed to come back to do the upper GI, they're going to do it this week. So in a couple of days, I'll be back to have the upper GI done. But if I'm still unable to keep at least the liquids down, then I have to come back. So I'm going to prepare myself for maybe having to come back if that happens. But today, I just was not prepared. So that is their concern now, is to make sure that I'm hydrated and make sure that everything is okay in there. Return back to the liquid diets, which is okay by me. My weight today was 228 pounds. Yeah, so I am down 8 pounds. My weight on the day of surgery was 236. So I am down 8 pounds, which is about normal for my BMI. You know, my BMI was around 36, at the time, 36, 37 at the time of this process. So when your BMI is really not as high as most high BMIs, you don't lose a big large amount of weight like, you know, those who BMI is much higher. They usually lose big large amount of weight. So he was okay with the weight loss. He just didn't like the way I was looking. He said I looked kind of pale, I looked dry, which I feel dry, and he was concerned about me throwing up. That's not good when you are having this type of surgery. Actually, I thought it was normal, but obviously it's not normal. So, but yeah, I just wanted to get back with you guys and let you know what the doctor said. So if I end up back in the hospital, I would definitely keep you guys updated on that. But I would definitely let you guys know what the upper endoscopy say and see where we go from there. Okay, guys, so stay tuned.